Brownsdale Road connects Pittsburgh Road, aka Route 8, to Evans City Road, Route 68. It traverses through Penn and Forward Township in southern Butler County. Still semi-rural, farms still dot the landscape along Brownsdale Road. In 1797, Robert Brown and his wife settled in Penn Township. Together, they had 16 children, 13 of whom survived. This was a time when infant mortality was much higher than it is today. In 1800, 30% of children did not make it past their first birthday. Life was rough back then. And at the turn of the 19th century, Butler County was considered the West. Pittsburgh was not the modern city that we know today. Around 1800, it had a population of 1,500 people. Today, a lot of people who commute to their jobs in the city of Pittsburgh reside here in Butler County. So when Penn Township was established in 1797, this area was nothing but wilderness. In the time before big box stores, Amazon, and DoorDash, people had to be self-sufficient. They had to utilize what resources were available at the time. Penn Township has a rich industrial history with oil fields and coal mines dotting the landscape. Beautiful farms sprawl the rolling landscape. Some of these farms have been in the same family for generations. Named after Adam Brown, the village of Brownsdale was one of the first villages in Penn Township. In 1845, the first post office in Penn Township was established here in the village of Brownsdale. Brownsdale was never incorporated. Mr. Brown was appointed the first postmaster. A blacksmith and carriage smith business was started in 1867 by Michael Nicholas. He was in the business of making wagon rims. Shortly after, a shoemaker shop was established. Brownsdale Methodist Episcopal Church was established in 1860. There were about a dozen homes in the village of Brownsdale. To the right is a beautiful stone house, probably constructed in the late 1800s. Also to the right is Hardcrest Community Park, and I will go ahead and add that video to the end of my video. Brownsdale was definitely a farming community. It was one of those communities where people traded and helped each other out in time of need. To the left is another beautiful barn. There is a mix of architecture along Brownsdale Road. There are beautiful farmhouses, mid-century modern, and homes built in the 21st century. As of April 11th, 2025, the day I did this video, there are no major housing developments along this road. Sadly, one day that may change whenever somebody sells off their farm to a developer. After discussing it so much in this video, lo and behold, here is the village of Brownsdale. That white building straight ahead used to be a grocery store. The store was sold and it became a private residence. At this four-way intersection, to the left there's Valencia Road and to the right is Meridian Road. Shortly, I will be crossing into Forward Township. While Penn Township is part of the Knox School District, Forward Township is in the Seneca Valley School District. Forward Township is still semi-rural with some developments going up around the Connoquenessing area. The township's rugged landscape prevents housing developments. Forward Township was established in 1854. The township's namesake comes from the Honorable Walter Forward, who was a judge in Allegheny County. In addition to being a judge, he was also a member of the 17th U.S. Congress and also the U.S. Secretary of the Treasury from 1841 to 1843. There are some businesses along Brownsdale Road. To the left, there's Carbonite and Sign Pro. Coming up, there's some more beautiful farmland. Forward Township doesn't have any boroughs. It does have an unincorporated community called Wallville. And Wallville is located on Route 528. Brownsdale Road is a heavily traveled road because it connects Route 8 and Route 68. Each day, hundreds of commuters use Beacon Road and Brownsdale Road as a shortcut to get to Evans City Road. They take this route either to get to Cranberry or to get to Interstate 79. Traffic is only going to increase with more people moving to Butler County. Coming up is the intersection of Beacon and Rybold Road. Beacon Road takes you to 3 Degree Road and Rybold Road takes you out to Evans City Road. The new developments on Rybold Road are closer to Evans City Road. Shortly coming up on the right-hand side was the location of the former Critchlow School. The school has fallen. Here is a picture of the Critchlow School I took in November of 2012. The Critchlow School was schoolhouse number 5. It was one of many schoolhouses that dotted the landscape of Butler County. The school was established in 1856. The school's namesake came from the Critchlow family who lived nearby. The Critchlow School probably closed sometime in the 1940s or 50s. This section of Brownsdale Road is the most scenic because you can see for miles. And I'm sure it's probably the windiest. Forward Township does have some beautiful scenery. The only place to hike in the township would be the Mary McElhaney Nature Path, which is located off Ash Stop Road. Be sure to check out my video. As I descend the hill, I will be entering the lost village of Zeno. The village of Zeno is probably a railroad station along the railroad that sat at the bottom of the hill. Also, down in the valley is the Connoquenessing Creek. I can't find too much information on this area. However, this is where Spithaller School Road, Glade Run Road, and Browns Mill Road come out. At one time, this was probably a bustling village. I do try my best to keep these lost villages alive before they are lost to history. Many of the structures in these lost villages were lost to fire and never rebuilt. Coming up on the right-hand side is the former Stam School. The Stam Schoolhouse was schoolhouse number 1. The schoolhouse is located not far from Evans City Road, and it is still standing. It was built in the 1920s. Before this one was built, there was a log schoolhouse that sat on this site. As with many other schoolhouses, this one closed sometime in the 1950s. For a short time, it was used as an election house for Forward Township. It's a shame the schoolhouse was allowed to deteriorate. I sure hope you enjoyed this trip down Brownsdale Road. I hope you enjoyed my video, and thank you for watching.